Hello, 大家好。
Hi everyone.
We will begin on the book 2, chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
Yeah.
In October 1805, a Russian army was occupying the village and town of Archduchy of Austria, and yet other regiments freshly arriving from Russia were settling near the fortress of Braunau and burdening the inhabitants of whom they were quartered. Braunau was the headquarters of the commander-in-chief, Kutúzov. So it's just saying what happened. 1805, Russian army was occupying villages and town where? Near this Archduchy of Austria. Just some Archduchy, it's kind of like where a duke, kind of like some nobility. Nobility means like, you know, related to the king kind of stuff. Anyway, there were other regiments. So the Russian army was already occupying, okay, this village and towns. And
Austria is in the middle between the Russia and France, right?
Sure. And yet other regiments freshly arriving from Russia were settling near the fortress of Braunau. And other regiments means other troops, right? Other people also arriving from Russia.
Freshly means just.
Yeah. From Russia were settling near the fortress of Braunau and burdening the inhabitants of whom they were quartered. So new people were coming in, and they were like living in this. They were in this fortress, near another fortress. Yeah, and they were burdening. Burdening means like they were burdened. You know what a burden means?
Burden.
Burden. Yeah.
Heavy stuff.
Huh? Yeah, if you're burdening someone, you're making them like carry heavy weight, right?
Yeah.
So here, burdening is not about carrying heavy weight. It's the fact that this army was maybe making the life hard for the people that live in there.
Oh, burdening the
inhabitants, people who live there, on whom they were quartered. Inhabitants with maybe on whom. I think on whom is not a very good proverb, but basically where they were living.
Where they were living.
Right.
Quarter means living.
Yeah, roomed. Quarter is like a room, where they were quartered.
But it's a verb.
Yeah.
Live in the room,
right.
Kind of. So what the fortress mean?
Fortress is like a,
what does it mean?
like a place that, a castle, right?
Castle, yeah. Castle.
It's kind of like a castle, fortress.
Oh.
It's like maybe smaller a little bit.
So near this castle of this city.
Yeah.
Right, and but we don't know this city and this city is how far between this.
I do not know.
We don't know. Okay, and then inhabitants means what?
People who live.
Oh, burning make the people who live there feel maybe.
Heavy burden. Carry a lot of heavy stuff.
Oh, and then on whom just means where, right? They were quartered.
With whom? That's part.
With whom? Okay.
Braunau was the headquarters of the commander-in-chief Kutúzov. So Kutúzov is in Braunau. So why are they talking about Kutúzov?
Oh, Kutúzov is a person.
The General Kutúzov is where Andrei's father told him to go.
Oh, go with her. Go with him.
Yeah.
Okay. So he is here.
Yes.
Means Andrew is here,
yes.
maybe.
On October 11, 1805, one of the infantry regiments that had reached Braunau had halted half a mile from town, waiting to be inspected by the commander-in-chief. Despite the un-Russian appearance of the locality and surroundings, fruit gardens, stone fences, tiled roofs, and the hills in the distance, and despite the fact that the inhabitants who gazed with curiosity at the soldiers were not Russians, the regiment had just the appearance of any Russian regiment preparing for inspection anywhere in the heart of Russia. So this whole sentence is saying what? Whole sentence is saying there is one of the infantry regiments, only one regiment, okay? One regiment is a group of soldiers, okay? They were gonna be inspected. Inspected, you know what I mean? Inspected. Somebody's gonna check them.
Be checked.
Yeah, somebody will check them. Just like a general will inspect them, will take a look at them. Who's the commander-in-chief? Is Kutúzov. Kutúzov is gonna take a look at them.
Kutúzov will take a look at what?
At this regiment, inspect them.
This regiment is the same regiment?
What you mean same regiment? It's just one of the regiments.
No, here, ma.
No, this is
It's a regiment, ma, right? So
all the regiments.
So as regiments.
Yeah, this just one of them. You're just saying one of them.
Oh, it's not Kutúzov's regiments, right?
This all his regiments, but only one of them is going to be inspected.
Only one of them will be because the infantry means
Just a soldier, foot soldiers.
foot soldier. Well, they had just reached here, had halted half a mile from the town. What does halted mean?
Okay, let's not read the whole thing. I'm just talking about what's the main idea here, okay?
Okay.
The main idea is what? This guy's going to be inspected by the commander-in-chief. And if you didn't know that this was not Russia, right? Suppose you didn't know this is Russia, right? This is Austria, right? If you did not know that this is Russia,
Who is Russia?
what you mean?
I don't understand what you say.
If you did not know this place is not Russia, if you did not know that, of
What
course we know
place?
it's, huh?
What place?
What do you think they are? We've just been talking about that.
Here.
In Austria, right?
Yeah, Austria, not Russia.
I know,
it's
I'm saying,
Austria.
if you did not know that, the point, can go back to the paragraph. If you did not know that this is not Russia, you will not be able to tell by looking at the inspection and what's happening. You're not going to be able to tell that you will think that this is actually in Russia somewhere. That's what it's trying to say. It looks, even though these people are foreign, right?
What for me?
They're not of this country.
Yeah.
They're not part of this country. Even though they're foreigner, it looks like they're in their own homeland. That's what it's trying to say in this sentence, paragraph. Does that make sense?
Oh.
Even though these people don't belong here, if you just look at them, their inspection or whatever, you would think, oh, they're just back in Russia doing their own thing. You would think like they're back there in Russia. They're not acting. So it's just saying that they look very Russian, even though they're not in Russia. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, and then you can understand the main idea.
That's the main idea.
Okay.
So despite the un-Russian appearance of the locality and surroundings,
Where?
despite,
Despite.
even though the locality and surroundings don't look like Russian,
Surrounding, I mean the building, right? The environment.
Yes.
What the
It does not look like. Locality means local stuff.
Local stuff. It's not
Russian.
Not Russian.
And forget about the rest. And despite the fact that the inhabitants were not Russians, so the place was not Russian.
And the
people were not Russian.
Yeah.
Despite means even though.
Even though two things, right?
Yeah. The regiment just.
Soldier.
Yeah. The soldiers just had the appearance of Russian regiment, prepared for inspection anywhere in the heart of Russia. So it looks like just any. It just looks like any. This inspection looks like a inspection that would happen in Russia. That's what they're trying to say.
Just so this soldier, right? The soldier just looks like
had the appearance
of any
Russian regiment
preparing for
inspection anywhere in the heart of Russia.
So this regiment are preparing the.
They're preparing because the commander-in-chief is going to inspect them. Somebody's going to come and take a look at them. That's why they're preparing. But that's not the point of the paragraph. The point is that it doesn't look different. These guys are so far away from Russia. They look like they're inside of Russia. Okay, so.
I mean, they feel so relaxed. They're not very.
It's not about relaxed. It's just saying that they're not behaving any differently. They're almost behaving like they were back in their own home country. That's what they're trying to say here.
So for me, it makes me think they're not very. They're not good. They're not prepared for fighting. They're not good for fighting.
No, that's not the.
They
that's
just
not, that's
like
not the feeling.
they live in their home.
That is not the feeling. The feeling is that these people, Russian people, or this army, when they go somewhere, they make that place look like Russia. Does that make sense? So think about this. Suppose you have some Chinese army soldiers, right? They come to America, like here, like where we live, right? And they start marching and whatever. Can you tell that they are part of this place, or you cannot tell?
I can tell.
Why? How can you tell?
Because they're foreigner.
Yeah, but they're saying that if somebody doesn't even know that, they don't know where suppose somebody just came with a camera, make a shot here, right, in our neighborhood, with the Chinese army like practicing here. Would you know that they don't belong here or not?
They will know.
How'd you know?
Because they are not relaxed. They look around, observe everything.
Right.
It looks
Okay,
like
good.
they're not.
So these guys do not do that.
Yeah.
These guys look. I behave just like I'm back in
Yeah,
Russia. Yeah.
that's what I mean.
It's not relaxed. It's not
I know.
relaxed.
What I mean is, if now there's some enemy attack them, they're not prepared.
They're prepared, just like they were prepared at home. That's all they were.
Which is not enough.
What you mean? I think it's just saying.
You should be always nervous, and then you should always observing the environment, because it's not at home.
I think all they're saying that these people make the place where they go appear like it's their place, kind of thing.
I know. So what's the
Okay,
deeply meaning?
That's it. That's the
No,
meaning.
for me, it's what I'm saying.
It's not about preparation.